Okay, this is my video in response to somebody that wrote me about being a single mother. Um, it's been a while since I did anything about single mother because I've been gone for a while. I did do one about single mothers like way in 2010, and that's kind of rude because I was kind of just coming into single motherhood. But now I've been a mom for like 8 years, and I'm doing well. Let me see. Um, all of my kids are in school now. I'm in a manager position now, and I'm in school for health administration, my bachelor's, and I have 2 years left. So, I started out working two jobs. Now I have one job that does everything. So, my advice to you as a single mother is when you're just starting out, it's going to be hard. Um, there's going to be a lot of challenges far as money, far as the way people view you, far as the things people expect from you, and far as your child and time and all the other stuff. The thing is, what people always ask me is, how do you keep yourself up? How do you keep your kids up? How do you balance your home, your job, and your dating life and all the other stuff? And they're like, I want to get on your level. Like, how'd you get there? What'd you do? And only thing I can tell you is, you gotta fail before you can get good. Cause I didn't just start out good. I didn't just jump into motherhood like, yeah, it just didn't work like that. Let's see. I started working when I was 16, so you gotta be somebody that wanna work. You can't be lazy. So if you're lazy, you gotta stop now because you can't be a mother and be lazy. First things first, you gotta get a job. If you don't have one, if you already have one, um, make sure you have your baby or your child on a schedule. Um, make sure you get them on a routine. Like my kids, it's like, all right, like they have school. We wake up in the morning, time to get up, time to get ready for school. They know we got to get washed up, we got to get our clothes on. When we do that, it's time to go to the bus stop. It's time to go. Because when I come back home, I want to sleep because I got to get some more sleep. Because, if you don't have sleep, you're going to get cranky. You're not going to want to do nothing. And you're not going to be too cheerful to people. And then you're going to end up with no friends. So, when they're at school, if they're older, they're at school, get some rest if you haven't already gotten rest. If you've gotten rest, sometimes when I've gotten rest the prior night and I'm not sleepy, sometimes I go ahead and take a 2 or 3 hour nap again, just to add some extra to my day. And then I'll get my kitchen clean. If I didn't get to wash some dishes the night before, I straighten up my room. If there was some school, I go to school online, so if there's some schoolwork I need to catch up on, or maybe I need to tweak a paper or something, I'll do that before I go to work. I always try to set. It's another thing. Time is everything. When you're a parent, you gotta utilize your time. If you don't utilize your time good, then you're never gonna get nothing done. You're never gonna have time for nothing. You're always gonna be tired. Your life is always gonna feel like it's here when it should be here in your control. It's nothing. You gotta have discipline and you gotta have control of your life. You can't let your life and your problems control you. Um. Okay. Yeah, and my day usually starts at 5:30. I get my kids up for school, I wash them up, I come back, get some sleep, straighten up where I can, get ready for work. I'm usually at work like from 3 to 10 if I work the evening shift. If I work a morning shift, it's usually from like 6:30 to 3:30. And then, when they come home, if I didn't close, it's cook, clean, homework, eat. Then I do my homework and then I go to sleep. Sometimes I can't go to sleep because I'm just so used to being tired. My body doesn't wind down. So that's another thing. When you're a parent, you might want to like try to get you something like some hot tea, or they have something called valerian root. It's like a herb. It helps you go to sleep. But if you're a deep sleeper, I wouldn't suggest taking a lot of valerian root because then you might sleep too long. Because I did that before. I didn't sleep too long. I overslept. But Yeah, and another thing, finances. You just gotta balance your finances as a parent. You gotta plan. If you don't plan, you're gonna end up short every time. Like tax time, for instance. A lot of parents, when tax time comes, they act like they're rich. They go buy their boyfriends, clothes. They buy themselves clothes. They go blow $1,000 in one store, and it be on nothing that they could use throughout the year. Um, they're buying. I mean, I work in retail. I see women buying their man stuff and their kids want stuff, and it's like, no, you're not getting that. It's just another thing. Like, at tax time, buy your kids stuff. Like, you're a parent, you're getting a credit for them. You don't need to not buy them stuff when that's their money anyways. If you weren't for them, you wouldn't even be getting the extra money that you get back at tax time. Like at tax time, I buy my kids socks, underwear, um, tank tops. I buy them like four of everything in one size bigger. That's the only thing I don't buy in one size bigger. I don't pre-buy shoes. You can't win there because I did it before. You can't win with shoes. I ended up having to personally sell some shoes because their feet grew like, not in the size that I bought. But yeah, I buy four of everything and like just of the under stuff like underwear, socks, tank tops. I buy four of everything in a size bigger, and then I buy them preseason clothes. That's another thing. You got to be smart and you got to pay attention to the retailers. If you're smart, you will see around tax time the retailers will clearance things. I work at Walmart. I shop at Walmart because I feel like I'm helping myself because I'm buying from the person that feeds me. So if you pay attention, Walmart they clearance things around tax time for you. Um, it's good to do preseason clothes, like when winter's about to end and summer's about to begin. They clearance your winter stuff. You can get long sleeve shirts for $1. I sometimes I buy like four shirts, and sometimes I have two daughters and one son. Sometimes I'll buy like four shirts, and I know my daughter's not gonna even wear all of them. I'll give them away to somebody else that needs, their kid needs something. It was just $1. It's not gonna hurt me. That's another thing. If you're a parent and you got friends that are parents, or other parents that are struggling, help them out. You don't talk about them, just help them. Like you're there in the same boat as you. You're gonna need somebody to lean on if you're not strong. But if you're strong, then you might not need nobody to lean on but your parents, like me. I don't need nobody to lean on but my parents. But anyways, um, yeah, pay attention to when they clearance stuff. Um, tax time, buy everything they need throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, tank tops, socks, underwear, because they're gonna grow out of them, and then you're gonna be like, oh, shoot, we need to go buy this, but I don't got the money. Let's go to Goodwill. Goodwill shouldn't have to help every doggone body. If you're smart, they won't have to do that, and maybe the country could stop being broke because people wanna have their hand out like this more than plan. Um, pants, buy their pants a size bigger. That's what they made belts for. I'm small and tall. If my mom could have did it for me when she didn't really have to, then you can do it. Make sure you buy them 5 pairs of pants, in a size bigger. Long sleeve shirts. Like I said, they have them discounted $2 or $3. Buy them up. Buy however many you want. Throw them up in the closet until wintertime. That's what I do. I got long sleeve shirts in the closet right now. Winter's about to come in. I ain't got to buy no winter clothes because guess what? When tax time was here, I bought all the winter clothes I needed. They got sweatshirts, sweatpants, long sleeve shirts sitting right up in the closet. All I got to do is pull them out. And guess what? Paid $1, $2, $3 for them. Hey, you got to be smart. You don't, I have some people they're just stuck on name brand and where they want to buy this. I don't buy my clothes from the same place that I buy my food. I don't shop at Walmart. Well, you know what I'm saying. If you want to be high class, you got to pay that high class price in life. Then guess what? You're gonna be sitting in the break room eating crackers and drinking 25-cent soda. That's what you're gonna be doing, and you're gonna be struggling the whole way through. Your cable's gonna get cut off, and you're just gonna be stressed. That's never me. I eat good on my breaks. I eat good every day. I enjoy life. the best way I can, even though it's not much of a social life, but there's more to life than just fun. But anyways, back on subject. Um, but yeah, shirts, pants, size bigger, preseason, and just when winter's about to come in, the summer clothes go on sale. You know what I'm saying? Tax time, kind of over at that point, but if you got as much as I think you got back, I know you holding on to some of that money. If you didn't hold on to some of it, that's cool. But, again, I'm sure you spend $1 on a burger, you spend $15, $20 at the club, whatever, on yourself or whatever. Sometimes, um, sometimes you gotta sacrifice. You gotta sacrifice the things that you want for your kids. That's another thing. As a mother, it's gonna be sacrifice. Sometimes you're gonna say, "Do I want to have fun or do I want to get this for my kid?" And it's gonna have to be your kid. It can't be fun. That's just like point blank. Period. Um. Let me see. Discipline. You're gonna have to have discipline. There's gonna be a lot of times you're gonna see things you want. You're gonna have to say no. My kid needs this. I'm gonna have to get that. There's gonna be times your friend's gonna want to go out. And you're gonna have to say no. I'd rather be home with my child. I hate seeing girls on my TL on Facebook, I used to be on MySpace, but MySpace is kind of dead now. On my Instagram, you know what I'm saying, talking about turn up and their kids at home with grandma or at home with whoever. I mean, I see if you got a partnership going with the parent where he keep them one night and you go out and you keep them one night and she okay, that's fine. But I know people who actually leave their kids with their grandma or somebody else, and they just go out to the club and just be drinking and acting a fool while their kid at home or whatever. And I see a whole bunch of little what's those little picture comments they have on Facebook, and it'll be a baby making a face like it's Friday. I don't know what time it is to go to grandma's house. And people be liking those pics, and I really don't find those funny because I feel single mothers need to do better. Like, unless you going on dates trying to get to know somebody who's actually going to be worth something in your life, I feel like you need to be home with your kids. Like me, I'll admit, when I was younger, I used to want to go out all the time. I did not want to be home with no kids or whatever. And, you know, it wasn't to party, but it was mostly going on dates. Like, it was like I was trying to run away from it. But good thing that I kind of woke up, like, you know what I'm saying, dang, I kind of miss my kids while I'm on a date. I'm like, dang, I kind of miss my kids or whatever. So yeah, you gotta see which one is important, fun or your kids. Because if you think fun is more important, then maybe you don't need to be a mom. But yeah, you gotta sacrifice fun for your kid. And now I don't go out. Only time I go out is if I'm trying to get to know somebody, and if I go out with them versus being with my kid, it's like to get to know them, to actually be in my life, like, seriously. But if I know it's somebody that's not been in my life seriously, then I don't even bother, like, I don't even bother, like, leaving my kid with somebody to go out on a date, because it's like, for what? It's another thing with dating. Um, I would be a little bit more discreet about what I want, and be careful, because married guys, divorced guys, and separate guys seem to target single mothers. I don't know why they target them, but they do. And they lie to you about being divorced, separated, or married, and all the other stuff. And it's just going to create a whole bunch of drama that you just don't want. Because I've seen it. And I've experienced it twice. Um, let me see. And let me see. Oh, endurance. You gotta have endurance. You gotta make sure I would say work out. Workout helps you have endurance. It gives you endorphins. Endorphins make you happy. electrolytes. They give you energy. Um, I would work out for stress because as a parent you are stressed because you have so much on you. Just like me, I work, I go to school. There's times I fall asleep in front of my computer because I'm doing schoolwork because I just got off. Um, and I have to help my kids at their work sometime. I still have to keep my house clean. I have bills. I have a rent bill. I have cable. I have to have cable because I have to have internet. Because I have to go to school. I have a truck note. I have insurance. All that, and then on top of it, personal stuff and then stuff your kids need. Sometimes it is going to be overwhelming, and it's just going to be something that you're going to have to get used to because you know it's just what comes with the life of making not so good decisions before. Um, let's see. On the topic of working again, whenever overtime is offered, take it. Whenever they need people to stay over, take it. Whenever they want to have you learn a new area at work, take it. Make yourself available as possible at work, but just don't alienate your kids because I've done it a couple of times. Like, oh yeah, I'm about to get this money, but it's like at the same time, my kids are like, "Mommy, you're never spending time with us. You're always at work." And I was like, all right. I gotta, can't stand all the time, but you know, you gotta make sure your bills are paid. So, but yeah, anytime they want to teach you anything new at work, anytime you need somebody to stay, if you can stay, just stay, learn every area you can, because the more valuable you are to a company, the more better you are to move up, or most likely they are to stand up for you before you get fired. Um, let's see. Um, oh yeah, as a mom, you do qualify for food stamps. You do. Some people don't like to live on welfare. I don't live on welfare, but I do get help. I do get food assistance. It's not much because I make too much an hour, but it helps feed them. So it's just like they're feeding them because I don't really get much. I only get something to supplement. And that's another thing. When when you're a mother, try to make a budget to where, if you are getting food stamps or whatever, make a budget that could last without it, because it's just meant to supplement your income. It's not meant to feed your family. Because we had a instance where they had some new systems, and it kind of made it hard when people recertified, and people were down there fussing, cussing, throwing fits. Oh, my food stamp, how am I supposed to eat? Oh, the government, this and that. And it's like, okay, but way back then, before this era, people had to like go with nothing. Like if they didn't have food stamps or whatever, they just had to go with nothing. They had food stamps back then, but it was cut even more, and it was a whole lot more stricter. So now they're giving us help. It's just that people are selling them and doing crazy stuff, but it's meant to supplement and not to feed. So I would suggest making a budget to where even if the government got mad and cut them off, you could still, survive and you wouldn't be hungry. Um, let me see. Let me see another thing. Oh, and just be smart in your decisions. Um, a few warnings are that you know, when you first be a mother, you're gonna go through emotional things. You're gonna feel like you're alone. You're gonna feel like nobody cares, and sometimes it's gonna be hard as far as disciplining your children, taking care of them, feeding them, clothing them, or just trying to instill the right things in them. And you're gonna have times where you might cry in the middle of the floor by yourself in the kitchen, something like that. I've done it before I become strong, but just know that everything that makes you weak, the weakness turns into strength, and it just makes you better. for whatever's coming your way. Like, I'm strong now. I can take whatever is gonna come at me. Um, I don't need much help. I'm smart in my decisions. I know how to plan. I know how to make it happen on my own. And as far as looking for a guy friend, just do what you gotta do. Make sure you keep your mind on what's important, which is taking care of your children first. Kids are first, men are last. But when you do, people aren't meant to be alone. You're gonna want a significant other. So as far as that goes, don't look for a guy to be daddy or to come save you or to come make your life easier so you can just be like, I don't have to work. This man is here. No. No. Be able to do it on your own so that if a man does come in, all he got to do is love you and, be there for you emotionally and, maybe sexually if that's what you want. Don't make it seem like you need somebody to save you. Just like me, if somebody comes into my life, I got my own place. I pay for it. The government does not pay for it. I pay for it, all of it. I got my own truck. I pay the note for that every month. I pay all my bills. I don't need anybody to come in and supplement me. I got it. So if anybody walked in tomorrow, I could bring something to the table. I'm attractive. I'm smart. I hold a manager position. Um, I have my own place. I have my own ride. I'm in school for a bachelor's degree. I have a future. I have something to bring to the table. I have my own money. All the other stuff. I mean, you don't want to come to the table. That's nothing. You don't want to come to the table trying to have a mate and talking about 50-50 when your bowl is empty. You have nothing in it. Like, nobody wants anybody like that or whatever. So, yeah. And as far as yourself goes, try to keep yourself up. Work out. Don't let yourself go. Um, um, yeah, work out. Keep yourself up. I'm sorry, but as a mom, you gotta go the extra mile. Like, a lot of people tell me, you always look nice and all the other stuff, and it's like, you have to because you have kids, so that makes you look a little bit unappealing. I'm sorry, but it does. It shouldn't, but it does. So you gotta stand out. It's like, okay, you got all this. I don't want to say baggage because my kids are blessings, but to other people, it's looked at as baggage. So it's like, okay, you got kids. Like, what else? Like, what? Why should I bend to be with you, or why should I accept this and all the other stuff? So I feel like you gotta be a little different to catch people's eye or whatever. Just find what's good in you and you'll make it. Like I said, just be headstrong, just have a plan, take care of your children, put them first, and you know, do what you gotta do. Also, if you're religious, I don't know, some people don't believe in God, so if you don't believe in God, then just do the other stuff I said. But if you do believe in God, I know in my life that's who helps me make it also. Like, that's the number one reason I make it every day. God or whatever. You gotta believe in something to make it. You can't just make it in life believe in nothing. Um if you believe in God, go to church, pray, that's another thing. Pay your tithes and your money will flow. It'll flow. It'll flow. Pay your tithes and it'll flow. Um give as much as you can. Help others as much as you can and it'll come back to you. Um and anything, pray, like I said, and just have faith and everything will work out, the way it should. And just always do the right thing. That's another thing. As a mother, just always do the right thing. Have morals. Ooh, excuse me. And another thing, like I said the other day, don't cuss at your kids and be calling all types of B's and MFers and I slap my kids upside the head sometimes because they get smart mouth, but I don't. You'll never hear me cuss at them or call them B's and MFers and you stupid M. I saw a girl. She was like, I'm gonna beat your A, you stupid M effing, you know, you're just dumb. And I'm like, you know, why would you talk to your child like that? Like, you know, some kids go through verbal abuse. Like, don't do it because it's just wrong. Don't do it. Just, you can discipline them with a belt or pop them on the behind, put them in timeout, take stuff away from them, whatever. Just, you know, don't do that. But anyway, this is, dang, I've been talking for 25 minutes. But, you know, just, just do that, and I don't think you should go wrong. Like, if you need any pointers, you know, you can inbox me on here, personal messages, anything else you want to know that I didn't cover, just write me, and I'll holler. Peace.